Where do you wanna? I'll come up here with you. If you protect me.
So we got a new playlist update today, and they updated a couple of the playlist game modes. It's only looking like they replaced Ground War and Dirty Old Houseboat from Shipment 24/7. They also added a couple of new items within the store, but I don't know about you, I hardly look at any of this. Oh, that's fucking dope, though. I just don't have the fucking money for this shit. What I'm most excited for this season is Hard Hat. That map was an old Modern Warfare 3 map, and it flowed so well, especially on drop zone specifically. Now, if you were a sniper back in the day, that was the main game mode that you were playing in order to try to hit clips, was drop zone. That's mostly due to the fact that all of the traffic was coming your way whenever you were on top of the specific drop zone that was called upon. So I'm excited for Hard Hat. That's gonna be really cool. But I was playing a little bit of this playlist. What the fuck is it called again? Dirty Old Houseboat. Essentially, it's just Rust, Shipment, and Shoot House 24/7, which on paper sounds phenomenal. Like, everybody knows that I love the tiny maps. Like, Shoot House is one of my favorite maps of all time. It keeps with that same formula of the 3-laned classic Call of Duty map that I'm so accustomed to because I played the older games religiously. However, they only made it 5v5, if you can see on the screen where it shows 9 out of 10 players max. And obviously on Shipment, that works out really well. However, if you're not on Shipment, even on Rust, like Rust is a tiny map, just 5v5 doesn't feel right. It feels a little bit too slow. So give us more 6v6. Even, you know, 10v10 would be fucking dope as shit. So I've been talking a lot about the different camos in this game, mostly because I grinded out Damascus and I have one weapon now that is Obsidian, and I felt pretty good about that one gun that I got Obsidian already. But as you know, there are some fucking psychos out there. They're insane. They play this game so goddamn much, and you know, rightfully so. If you're a grinder, like, I'm not judging you. You know, if that's how you choose to live your life and you want to play video games and it's not inflicting upon the rest of the different aspects of your life, then that's okay. You know, you do you. But I gotta give a shout out to one particular absolute psycho. Okay, he is insane. FaZe Jeff talked about it in one of his most recent videos. Hamii, a COD player who's highly ranked upon the leaderboards of this game. Hamii decided that he was going to grind out every single Obsidian camo. And not only did he just decide to do it, he has it done already. I don't even know how to even think about the level of grinding that you need to do in order to make that happen. I really hope that he has an ergonomic chair because his back must be fucked. But because he's probably carrying his team every single game. I'm gonna put Hamii's channel in the description. He hasn't uploaded the video where he shows that he's gotten it, but oh my god, dude. I saw screenshots on Twitter, and that guy, you're nuts, dude. I kind of wanted to just talk about being a nerd really quick. So there's a lot of people who play video games casually, and I've always kind of done both. In the sense where I've taken video games very seriously, especially back in the day whenever I was playing Call of Duty all the fucking time. I'd be grinding for clips, and I would also grind to hit trick shots. And while I do that somewhat today, there's an aspect of me that just doesn't really take it that seriously. If I hit cool sniper clips, then dope. Like, I'm all about it. But I think there's a lot of pressure on people to take video games very seriously. And I think that was very apparent to me. I learned this very quickly whenever I tried to get really good at Fortnite. As you guys know, Fortnite is just an unbearable game to play because of the absolutely insane skill ceiling that goes along with playing that game. This is mostly attributed to the fact that everybody is in creative, or whatever that game mode is where you can play essentially private match. People just practice their edits, people practice their building, people practice their aiming, and it's on a 12-hour-a-day basis, probably even more. And this is just like the mid-range player. There are people that do this professionally that are naturally skilled, and they practice along with their naturally skillfulness, and they're just nuts at the game. And there's so many people that are at this skill level that it's entirely almost impossible to get into unless you just want to spend an incredible amount of time playing the game. I'm somebody who values relationships in my life, where I have a bunch of friends. I also have other hobbies that I attend to. I love making videos. I love doing edits, and I've been involved in my school pretty intensively at one point, but there was always this pressure in the back of my mind to be professional at game. When Fortnite was a thing, I put an incredible amount of pressure at being good at that game to the point where it would put like a literal bad vibes in the air between me and my friends because all I wanted to do was play this game, and then if they didn't perform well enough, I would just freak out on them. I don't want to sit here and say that taking video games seriously is very bad, because to be honest, there are some people who have the mental fortitude to do this. It takes a lot of nerve and mental capabilities to compete on a level that is just beyond most people in the world. For me, trying to go professional or trying to be competitive within a video game just doesn't align with who I am. I'm a very competitive person, and I like to be on top because not only does it feel good for my ego, but I also like the challenge. Especially when I'm passionate about something, I will stop at nothing to go and try to achieve it. It's just not for me. I think I'm better than average at Call of Duty, and I've worked at it for many years, and that's attributed to my level of skill in this game, but I'm not anything insane, nor do I want to be anything insane. I think in the back of my mind that there's going to be a part of me that almost wants to be #1 in the world, but it's just not viable, my friend. I'm very passionate about playing video games. I really am. It's to the point where I know for a fact that it's an addiction, and I've kind of come to terms with it. I know for a fact that I'm a nerd, and that's just how things are. It's something that I love to do because it got me through a lot of hard times whenever I was a teenager. I think for a long time I was pretty ashamed of the fact that I was a nerd, that I just played video games all the time, and it restricted me being able to connect with people on an intimate level because I was just flat out ashamed of it, and I wouldn't bring it up in conversation. I hear this advice all the time, especially when you're younger and you're trying to establish yourself on a social hierarchy in middle school and high school. You know, be yourself, be who you are, and you hear that all the time. So I always tried to be myself, but there was a big part of me that would just leave out the fact that I love playing video games, and then, you know, if you love playing video games, you're affected by the culture, the way you talk, the way you have conversations, the banter that goes back and forth between you and your friends. In the past, you know, that probably wasn't the best thing to do because you have those days back in Modern Warfare 2 where you were just flaming somebody for having too many X's in their name, or just bullying somebody because they were a Randy Scrandy and didn't have 200 subscribers on YouTube. Those were the days, bro. Oh, riot shield, pussy use a riot shield. But like even today, you know, bantering back and forth with my friends, I could use those absolutely bonkers insults. I tell my friends that they smell like fucking hot dog water all the time. I guess what I'm saying is just like own who you are, if there's a moral to this me fucking ranting. Because at the end of the day, yeah, there may be people that don't like you because of who you are. I had a girl one time in middle school break up with me because I told her about the time that I was playing Left 4 Dead 2 and it was spooking the hell out of me. She didn't like the fact that I was a nerd, and now that I think about it, I don't really give a shit that she didn't like the fact that I was a nerd. Just full send who you are, but at the same time, know who you are. With regards to what I was saying earlier about competitiveness, if the shoe fits, then you full send it, but at the same time, like, know your limits, you know, have that conversation with yourself, be introspective and think about it. Is this something that I truly want, or do I just want the fame that's associated with it? You know, I love making YouTube videos, and yeah, I want the fame that goes along with having a huge YouTube channel. Of course that's a fucking thing. But at the same time though, I love entertaining people, and I love sitting here having a conversation with essentially myself in front of a camera, so that maybe somebody could be entertained by it, or have a reflective thought about it, or maybe do some good in this world. Because to be honest, I don't have any fucking resources to do good. If I did, I would put it towards charitable things, but at this point, I ain't got no money. Sorry if this was fucking preachy. I don't want to be preachy. I don't want to sit here and just like fucking give you life advice while you just sit there and take it like a good little boy. But like at the same time, my goal is just to put some good in the world. Anyway, guys, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, comment, maybe share it with your friends. That would be very appreciated. I'm trying to grow this community. Right now I'm talking at like 25 people, so hopefully we can raise those numbers up a little bit. 25 is a lot of people if you think about it. My most recent videos are popping up on the screen now. Like I said, my name's been SpinShootImpress. I know Brandon. Hopefully you have a great rest of your day, and I'm out, guys. I've been doing like fucking dances in order to like extend the ending so you can click a video, but I'm just not gonna do that. I'm just stare at you. What's up, bitch? Click the playlist, click the video, subscribe, do something with your day. Have you showered yet? You need to smell good.